Hey there, Scorpio. Welcome to your reading for, what was that? 3 of Wands, jumping out like crazy there. So some of you, I feel like you need to take a leap of faith at this time or jump towards something. But this is for the week of July 3rd here, Scorpio. So let's see what is going on for you. You have this card that says, you will be a great success, but you will have to go through it to get there. There's lessons to be learned. You have this other card that says, you have intuitive ideas that really need to be acted upon. Yes, I feel like there is clearly something that you need to get started on. You have that 3 of Wands. Again, 3 of Wands is kind of like like the Fool card. It's a card kind of needing to take a leap of faith, really, because it's a card of expansion, but it's like it comes up when the universe wants us to expand or wants us to grow or, jump into something. So I kind of feel that. It is my card of like, what are you waiting for as well? So, it kind of says that you could be looking at an opportunity and you need to take a leap of faith to make it happen. So, don't be afraid to take the leap here, Scorpio, especially if you're working on any, projects, businesses, whatever. I do feel like you could be, every single freaking reading I do for you, you have the 5 of Cups about love, and you have the Lovers right here. I do feel like if you want love, that there could be some fears that you need to get over as far as love is concerned. Like you could be, fearing this right here, toxic energy, or maybe you're dealing with a toxic person and that needs to be cut out. It does look like you're cutting it out. Queen of Swords, she has her back to the past, and she's very clear on like where she wants to go in the future. Yeah, and look, you have the 4 of Wands here. I feel like you could be like greatly improving your love life in this reading if you want love. You also have the 3 of Pentacles here. 3 of Pentacles, card of teamwork and kind of like, working together, but it's also a card of quality work as well. You have this card, you have this coins card that says luck and money on it. So there could be a lot of luck coming in through your finances. I feel like you need to take a risk, though. It's like you have that card that says you have intuitive ideas that really need to be acted upon. So you have ideas of things you want to do, but it's like you're not doing them. And I would get moving with this 3 of Pentacles because I feel like you'll be successful quickly. You have the Justice card. Justice, again, is the answer to the rest of your life. I say this to everybody because, it's the easiest thing we can do is take a little bit of a step towards something that we want to create and then wait to see what kind of energy is returned. And if it's good energy, then keep going. If it's no energy, then that's your answer. Change. And it's ridiculously simple. Sometimes I think that's why people don't do it, right? Is because people usually think, people look for more complex solutions. If you have a complex issue, then most people think like, oh, it can't be that easy to solve my problem easily, right? It's kind of like, I don't think we say that, but I think it's in the back of our mind. We're like, there's no way that it can be this easy. And then there's the opposite as well, where it could be that easy, but it has to cost money. I always say, like, why do you think diet pills are such like a big industry? It's because it's like they're expensive. They cost a lot of money for the most part. And so people think, oh, like if I make this investment, it'll make me lose weight, but it's also like a magic bullet, right? So I kind of feel both in this reading where it's like saying there are no magic bullets, but also you could be overcomplicating the solution. It's going to require work, whatever you're doing, but like don't think that something can't be easy. I hope that makes sense. Probably not. You have this Magician card here. Again, I do feel like some of you have dealt with a trickster type person here. So again, I would be careful. We have Venus going retrograde this month and, on the 22nd. And so, Venus retrograde can definitely bring people back from the past. I also, again, every single reading, you get something like this, like Lovers and the 5 of Pentacles. So again, you could be attracting a person who went through something very similar to what you went through. And again, make sure both of you are healed if that is the case. With the 3 of Pentacles, you have the Knight of Cups. Yes, again, teamwork. If there's a person who comes in and you put energy in and they give energy back, great. Then it's moving in the right direction. I think we get in trouble where we try to convince ourselves like, we put a bunch of energy in and we get nothing out of the connection, right? So, and sometimes it's like, I don't know how to explain what I want to say here, Scorpio, like in a good way, but it's like sometimes I think we doubt like our feelings, it's like we feel something might be off with a person, but then we don't trust it, and then we get hurt later. So I feel like this is saying like you could cut out the middle. It's like saying if something doesn't feel right, cut it out really quickly. But again, I feel like this is, if there's a new person coming in, they kind of have the evidence is there, right, that they're going to invest. With the Justice card, you have the 7 of Cups. Yes, thinking, fantasizing, very water sign thing to do right now. Neptune and Pisces. Neptune and Pisces I always say we have to be careful of fantasy during Neptune and Pisces, like thinking that something is going to be better than it actually is, or just daydreaming. So even if you're like coming up with business ideas or work ideas, these could be fantasies, but you need to bring them down to earth. You can't just keep thinking about them, up in the clouds. And so, I feel like this reading is really saying take action. Yeah, with the Magician, you have the Knight of Swords here. I would be careful if someone's rushing back into your life from the past. I feel like this person, it's like they went and, explored their options, and now they're realizing that you were always the best choice. But it's like, okay, well, too freaking bad is that's exactly what I would say to them, Scorpio, if I were you. Too freaking bad if someone is rushing back into your life. It's like you should have been able to see that very clearly up front. Next, we're going to look at what you need to know right now. You have this Lover's card and this main male card. Yeah, definitely could be a good person coming in for you if you're looking for love. You could be, it doesn't have to be a male. This is a general reading. I'm reading for 1 billion of you. So, like I said, it could be any gender, but I do feel there could be a person coming in for you. Either one or both of you needs to heal or is currently going through healing. I don't know. I kind of feel like, it's like maybe someone is ready because you have the Queen of Swords. Like I said, she has her back here. And I'm really focusing on that, the fact that the Queen of Swords has her back to the rest of the reading. So I do feel like someone has healed, but again, it's taken time. So, make sure you don't rush into anything either. You have the Five of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups, and the Eight of Cups. Again, I feel if someone made you feel left out in the cold, you're just walking away from it. You have the Eight of Cups, and again, it's like you're ending a cycle. I really see that. Going this way, you're ending a cycle, you're turning your back to it. Going this way, you're ending a cycle as well. The Four of Wands is a card of marriage. It's coming up in the good stuff, so it's going to be good no matter what. But also, it's a card of crossing through a portal. It's a card of, completing one thing and going to the next stage. So I really see you kind of like ending a negative cycle here with the Five of Pentacles. For others, I feel like you could just be picking a new path. The Lovers in the tarot was originally like a card of being at a crossroads. And so I feel like you are kind of choosing your own happiness here. And you have the Eight of Cups, which, on the Eight of Cups, he's walking towards the Nine of Cups. So I feel for a lot of you, you are kind of walking towards your Nine of Cups here. You're walking towards happiness, fulfillment. The Nine of Cups, we can choose to feel fulfilled whenever we want, but we just have to feel it. So for a lot of you, I think it would be worth kind of using your powers of visualization or manifestation, whatever, and imagine yourself as fulfilled. Imagine yourself as receiving the things that you want, right? And I feel like that would be a very good idea for you. I do feel like there's also a lot of abundance coming in for you here. You have the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is like walking away from things that no longer serve you. And so again, I feel like you're much more wise as far as like what you need to cut out of your life quickly and like what you can actually allow into your life. So let's see where this is going. With the Five of Pentacles, yes. I mean, devil twice. I would definitely be careful of like being tempted. I would be careful of temptation. I feel like you kind of are, it's like you probably know this already, where it's like that a past person is the devil. Maybe they are temptation. It's like maybe, sometimes I think we can move past a person, but, it's like if under the right circumstances, something might happen, right? So I would be careful of this person. With the Nine of Cups, you have the Temperance card. Yeah, you have the power to turn your situation around. Again, the easiest way to do it with the Nine of Cups is to bathe in the energy of what you want. If you want love, go be around love. If you want money or abundance, go be around something that makes you feel abundant, right? And it's like the more we bathe in the energy, the more likely it is that we're going to get it. I kind of get the feeling that your patience is running out here. So, and again, like sometimes I think during a moment of weakness, we can, end up doing something with a past person and, whatever, we've all done it. But, what I would say here is like, don't set yourself back. I don't really feel like this is a warning reading necessarily, Scorpio, but I feel like it is saying like, you're so close to getting something really great in your life. Don't take a step backwards. With the Eight of Cups, you have the Magician here. You have the Magician twice as well. Again, the Magician can be a trickster, so, I would definitely be careful of this person, especially Five of Swords here, separation, Nine of Swords, repeating a cycle. Again, not really a warning reading necessarily, but I kind of feel like it is at the same time. And I also feel like focusing on your manifestations and like trying to manifest something better would be a good use of your time. You have this Lion card. It says strength and success. Really good. You have this Coins card. It says luck and money. Some of you may be focusing on money would be a better idea, or focusing on your career, or pulling your head away from love and kind of focusing on business would be a really good idea. I feel like you've gained a lot of strength as well. But again, I feel like if you go back to this temptation, you're going to feel 9 of Swords. So I would be careful of that. You have the Devil, 9 of Swords, and the 5 of Swords. Again, this is coming up in the row of the unexpected. So it's weird that these cards are good and these cards suck, right? There's no other way to say it. I think it's kind of weird. Devil, I would be very careful. The thing that I will say as well is if you have any ideas, I feel like you need to express those ideas. The Devil, I'll show you, these people, they have horns on their heads, and the horns on their heads represent like our animal instincts. There are like our baser instincts. And so sometimes I feel like with the Devil that it's kind of like root chakra energy, and we need to bring that energy up to our head and express it into the world. So, if you're like thinking about creating something, anything creative project, starting a business, going and finding love or whatever, expressing your creativity, it would definitely be a good use of your energy. You have the 9 of Swords. 9 of Swords about like a never-ending nightmare. He's like fallen asleep, had a nightmare. He's waking up, stuck in a nightmare, but really he's stuck in a comfort zone. This right here represents a comfort blanket, and it represents something where it's like he's in a position where things are not yet painful enough for him to make a change. There's actually like a paradox that exists in humans where it's like, I've said it before that, people who make like $50,000 a year then go to like making $100,000 a year, within a few years, they always come back down to 50 because that's like their comfort zone. And it's like things also, when they make like 100, for example, I can't remember the name of the paradox, but basically the paradox states that, sometimes like at $100,000 a year, then eventually our bills will reach, whatever, spending $100,000 a year is, like, will reach that level. And then it's not until like that goes up and those bills become more painful that the person will go up. But most people actually go down. And so, it's like there's this paradox where we work really hard when we're in a lot of pain, we become very successful, but then we stop working really hard. We stop doing the things that make us successful. But we can skip that. we can just keep improving. We can just keep making small improvements. Again, look at my channel. That's basically what I do. I make one little improvement every single video. I try to improve, something, thumbnails, video, whatever, the audio, whatever it is, right? And so that's a great way to get out of, getting stuck at a certain level in life. And I feel like that would be a good idea for you. You have the 5 of Swords. So again, we've been talking about a breakup. There's definitely some sort of separation or something that has gone on in your life. Let's put it that way. But let's see here, Scorpio. With the Devil, you have the 8 of Cups here. I mean, really? the reading is just repeating itself. You have turned your back to the Devil here. You're walking away. So, again, I do really like that. And doing this could improve your finances. And by the way, I feel like that could be a clue that you're going in the right direction. You leave a person, your life improves. It's like, yeah, good idea. With the 9 of Pentacles, you have the Knight of Pentacles. Sorry, the 9 of Swords. You have the Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles, like, what are you waiting for? It's like slow movement. And, I feel like you could be a lot more successful than you realize, but you just have to, like, put the work in. The Knight of Pentacles, he just has to plant seeds in the empty fields behind him. He just has to, you put his knowledge to work. He's actually extremely knowledgeable. And he will have a lot of progress if he puts things into practice. So, I feel like it's time to get to work here. With the 5 of Swords, you have the Ace of Cups. Yes, probably walking away from a past person is the thing that's going to lead to, like, true love coming into your life. I also feel, again, the whole entire reading is encouraging you to focus on your own fulfillment here. Because I think when you focus on yourself and, feeling fulfilled in yourself and all that, that's when you really, truly find love. So, definitely really good, Scorpio. Next, you have this message in a bottle. You also have this deep knowing card as well. So for some of you, number one, I feel if you want new love that you can kind of sense it. It's like maybe you don't know who, what, when, where, why. But, sometimes I think when love is close, we can almost sense that like a person is entering into our energy or is about to enter into our energy. So this last row is meant to represent the good stuff, by the way. And so I feel like there could be a very strong connection coming in for you. And it could start out as messages at first, or just like a little bit of communication or something like that. So that's definitely popping into my head. I also feel you could be, for a lot of you, you could just be manifesting something in your life that's going to make you very happy, because you have the Sun right here, which is the best card in the deck. You have the Queen of Swords, Sun, and the Four of Wands. Queen of Swords about focus, and again, she has her back to the past. I actually feel pretty good about this reading. I feel like this reading is saying that you have turned your back to something that is like super negative or has been super challenging in your life, and you're now more focused like on the future, or on things that you can change in the future. She's finally clear on what she needs to do as well. She only has clouds halfway up her body, so it's like she finally understands the changes or like the moves that she needs to make, and like all that other stuff as well. You have the Sun, which is like a lot of happiness. So I feel like there is a lot of happiness coming in for you, a lot of joy. I feel like you manifested this as well. For others, it's almost like there's something, I'm not saying there's something that's coming in to save you, but, he's sitting on this horse, and it is standing out to me. The horses in tarot, they represent like something that is assisting you, And so I feel like there's some form of assistance. It could just be guidance. It could be like a dream. I kind of feel like it's intuitive. The other thing I will say is that the Sun sometimes shines a light on something we need to pay attention to. So if there's something that you can't stop paying attention to, if there's something that keeps popping up in your intuition or in your awareness, it could be anything, an idea, it could be a person, it could be whatever. This could say, like, you need to pay attention to whatever that thing is, because it's, meant to bring you happiness. You have the Four of Wands. Again, some of you I feel like are worried that you'll never get married, or that you'll never find a person or whatever. But again, I definitely don't think that's true. I feel there's marriage in your future. This is also a card of freedom. And so you could be setting yourself free. It could be a Leo, by the way, that's coming in for you. You have that Lion card and the Sun. It could be any sign. You have water, earth, air. You have basically everything here. So, it could be any sign here, Scorpio. But, I definitely feel for a lot of you that you're crossing some sort of finish line. Again, the Four of Wands is a finish line card to me, and it's a portal card as well, where we have to like finish something, like a project. It can represent the completion of a project, but we have to complete something, cross through the portal, and then our life changes like on the other side of the portal, or there's like some sort of celebration. And that's what I feel like is kind of coming in for you here. There's like great success. Like that, for your first card says you will be a great success. With the Queen of Swords, you have the Four of Pentacles, finally letting go of the past. Four of Pentacles normally holding on too tightly, but again, in the area of the good stuff, I feel like you're finally releasing. With the Sun card, you have the Strength card. What do you know? Definitely could be a Leo coming in for some of you. And Leo, obviously that's not going to be true for all of you, but Leo does get water signs showing up in the reading a lot, so it would not surprise me. Other than that, I feel like your patience is being rewarded here. Like you've been very patiently waiting for things that you want in your life. With the Four of Wands, you have the High Priestess. Could be a Pisces as well. I always consider Pisces and Scorpio like the best match just in general. So, there you go. Doesn't have to be though. Maybe you hate Pisces. I get it. But what I would say here is I feel like you need to trust your intuition no matter what. I also feel there's something that if you commit to it has amazing potential, not just love. If you're thinking about doing like making a change in your business or your career, the High Priestess, she has no roof over her head, and it represents the fact that like whatever she's into, it has unlimited potential. Like if she has an idea or something, and sorry, I just heard something. I feel like okay, we're good. I'm waiting on someone to show up, so I have to check my camera. But what I would say, and damn it, Scorpio, I feel like that was my camera that just went off. But what I was trying to say here is whatever. I'm not going to worry about it. Again, there's something that has like a lot of potential probably for you, and I feel like you need to kind of like trust that potential, or move more towards that potential or something like that. Let's see. We're pulling 5 main themes. You have the Love card. The whole entire reading was about love, so I'm not really surprised. There definitely could be a very solid connection coming in for you. Very good. You have this Messenger card. There is some sort of message coming in here. For some of you, it could be a message of love. It could be a person who's interested in you, or, a person shooting their shot or something like that, sliding into your DMs, as the kids say, or whatever the case may be. So there you go. There could be a message here. I also feel like some of you are like discovering like a recipe is what's popping into my head. It's like not a recipe, like it could be, but I almost feel like you're finding like some sort of plan on how to, especially for those of you in like work or business that have an idea that want to grow more. Like I said at the beginning of the reading, it seems to me with this card, that message and bottle card, it's almost like you're discovering a better way to do things. I don't know. It's popping into my head. I would trust it. You have this constellation card. This is like a constellation prize. So there's like, again, I really feel, and I've said this to you before, that you've been through something difficult in love. So has someone else. It's like you two are attracting each other. I've said this to you a million times. It keeps popping up. So don't be surprised when it happens. When you meet a person, again, I don't recommend talking about your exes and stuff, but what I would say is you might find out that their story is kind of like similar to your story. And so I feel like you're kind of like a gift for each other if you are attracting love. You could be attracting a Capricorn as well. You have this old woman card here. So what is this? And you have this child as well. It's like death and rebirth is kind of like what I'm getting here. Some of you, obviously if you're not trying to get pregnant, I would be careful. But I kind of feel like some of you are feeling like you're going through a rebirth or you're being reborn. And finally, you have the service card here. Yeah, I feel like if you're attracting love, there could be a person who is going to be like of service to you with this service card. I also feel like you just feel like the universe is being more of service. You have this deep knowing card, and this is a card of the universe. And so I feel like you feel the universe is like more guiding you and pushing you in the right directions and helping you make the right decisions, and like all that stuff is popping into my head. So Scorpio, this looks really good other than whatever this is right here, the third row, right? But other than that, I like where it's going. I think you just need to stay focused, clear your mind with that Queen of Swords, right? She's clear, clouds only halfway up her body, and she's focused on the future. She's not thinking about the past. So, there you go. Thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.